What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Randy and I make videos on entrepreneurship, and today I'm going to be getting into another drop shipping video. And I know I've been making these videos one after another, however it seems to be what you guys are liking, so why not keep putting content that you guys are enjoying and that's actually bringing you guys value. Anyways, today I'm going to be getting into mistakes you will regret when drop shipping, and the reason I'm telling you guys this is because I don't want you guys to commit the same mistakes that I made. I've actually had experience with these problems, and it's really something you don't want to go through because it will hurt your business. But before I start, I do want to say that I have been getting quite a few DMs on my Instagram of you guys asking me questions, and instead of me DMing everybody back, I'd rather do something that's more useful for everybody and that can bring everybody value, and that is to go live at least once a week. However, I will only do this if I get 10 comments from 10 different people saying I want a live Q&A, whether it be 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour. More ideally, it'd be anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes. I think this would definitely help you guys answer any questions you guys might have, whether it be that you guys are beginners or you guys already have a store that you guys have started and you guys just need that extra push or a little help, or you don't know what to do in a certain situation. This is something I'm actually really excited to do and bring for you guys, so make sure you guys leave the comments down below, because it's the only way I will know that you guys are serious about this and that you guys actually want it. But anyways, with all that being said, let's get into the actual video. So the number one mistake that you'll regret is cutting corners, and believe me, this is something you don't want to do ever with your business. You might have heard some people say they cut corners here and there and they actually made it successful. However, this isn't always the case. Maybe they just got lucky or whatever the case may be. The reason you don't want to cut corners is because if you do everything right, then it'd be easier to identify the issue. However, you start cutting corners in your website design, ad design, product pages, product descriptions, or anything else, it's going to be more difficult to backtrack and identify the issue. Not only that, but you'll also be getting low to no results. And this is a huge issue I see with a lot of people. They think they have a nice logo, they think they have a nice website, but when you look at their product collections, it's just all over the place. When you go on their product page, they have countdown timers that look scammy, they have trust badges that look scammy, they have Russian reviews when they only sell to the US. It just doesn't make sense. Things don't align. So you want to make sure that everything is very formal and you don't cut any corners. Make sure that you take your time on everything that you do and you give your store your 110%, because at the end of the day, this is your store, this is your business, and the ultimate goal here is to scale it beyond a dropshipping store. The work that you put into your store is what you're gonna get back. So if you give your 50%, you're only gonna get 50% back. And believe me, when it comes to competition, I usually say don't worry about this, but you have other people that are doing way better than you. They're gonna outwork you and you're gonna get left behind. You don't wanna put all the time into it just to have to do everything all over again because you cut some corners. Moving on to the next mistake that you will regret, and it's something you really do not wanna do because this will make or break your business, and that is using bad suppliers, using low quality suppliers. So how do you know what a good supplier is? So let's say you're a beginner and you're sourcing on AliExpress, because this is usually the main route to go. You want to start out by finding a really good product listing and then look into that seller. And after looking into that seller, you want to make sure they have good communication, which is as easy as going and messaging them and see how long it takes for them to reply. If they reply overnight, then chances are they're trying to do good business. They're trying to get back to you as soon as possible. On the other hand, you may have another supplier that takes 2 to 3 days, maybe even 4, sometimes even a week to reply. And honestly, this is not somebody you want to deal with because they don't care. They know that a beginner will put their product in the store, they'll start making the sales, and chances are they'll take forever to ship, or they won't even ship them at all. And this is something you don't want. The next thing to look for in a good supplier is shipping times. You want to make sure that they can ship in a reliable amount of time, especially coming from China. So my issue was that my best seller came from the worst supplier. They only shipped e-packet. They took forever to ship it out. And not only that, but some products didn't even get to the customer. Some got lost in the mail. This is not something you want, because when you go and try to contact that supplier and they don't answer you because you told them that your package is lost, then you basically lost out on money because you already paid the product cost and you also already paid your advertising dollars for that customer. And chances are you're not gonna get your money back for the customer acquisition. However, for the product cost, you can probably just beat it with AliExpress, and most of the time they will favor the buyer. But either way, depending on how much your customer acquisition is, this can cost way more than your product cost, and this will eat into your capital. Last but not least, a good supplier will send decent to high quality products. If you have a low quality supplier, then you're not gonna have a sustainable business, and this was my issue initially. This supplier not only had poor shipping times, poor communication, but they also sold low quality products. The stitching was off, the print wasn't right, things just didn't align, it was terrible, and customers definitely notice this, especially if they're paying their hard-earned dollars. So you wanna make sure that you always start off with a good supplier, and my number one way to look for a supplier on AliExpress is to use this Chrome extension called AliTools. This video is not sponsored by them, it's just a tool that I would like you guys to use. When using this tool, I only look for suppliers on AliExpress that show a percentage in the green. If it's orange or red, I don't deal with them because it is going to be a headache. Some people might think, okay, orange is okay. No, it's not. Because my supplier that I used for my best seller was orange and they were awful. However, all the suppliers I used that had a percentage in the green, they were completely fine and I've heard little to no complaints. Next up is not listening to your customers. This is going to be crucial to your business as well, because they are going to be the ones that give you feedback on your products, your shipping times, and everything that has to do with your business. You might think you know everything about your business, but they know more than you do because they are the ones that are consuming your products. Chances are if you started dropshipping immediately, you didn't order any samples, so you don't know what the product looks like in hand. You don't know the sizing or the quality of the products. However, when your customer receives them and they email you about this, maybe once or twice there could be a defect, but if you keep getting constant emails about the same issue, then obviously there's a problem with that product or supplier. Another issue is also sizing. Since these products come from China, they are made in Chinese sizing, which usually is smaller for the average US person if you're selling to the US. However, even anywhere else around the world, people are usually bigger. And if you don't listen to your customers' complaints, then you're gonna have a terrible business. You're gonna be issuing a lot of refunds and you're gonna be losing a lot of money because, like I said, you've already paid these advertising dollars. And also, you might not get the product cost back because the product was delivered. That all depends on where you're getting your products from. Staying on the topic of customers, since you are drop shipping products to them and you don't know what the products look like, my best recommendation to you guys, which definitely helps, is to provide them with over-the-top customer service. You want to make sure they feel comfortable buying from a website. If they have a question, try to answer it as fast as possible. The faster you reply to your customers, the better they will feel about your business, the more confident they will feel in purchasing from you. Not only that, but if you're making them feel better initially and end up having an issue with their order, chances are they will respect you more, because there will be many times where you get customers where they're straight up pissed off and they're gonna start cussing you out left and right and just saying all these rude things to you, and it's something that you don't want to deal with. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when you start getting a lot of orders and a lot of complaints, it is stressful and it kind of does affect you mentally. You can ask any dropshipper that has encountered this, that really cares about their business. They will tell you the same exact thing. It's very stressful and very mentally draining. So make sure you have things set in place to make up for your flaws. Which leads me to my last thing. These main 3 mistakes build up to the last mistake that you regret, and that is to not making any adjustments. So after hearing of all these complaints, all these issues that can come up from dropshipping, you want to make sure that you make proper adjustments to your website. Don't just set your store, throw up some ads, and start making sales and forget about it. You're not gonna have a sustainable business this way. I know you might make a lot of sales initially if you do everything right. However, you want to make sure that you're constantly making changes and adjusting things so you can scale. So let's say, for example, you're not getting the best results or you're not getting any at all, and everything else behind your ad is good, like let's say your website, your product pages, descriptions, and all that, then chances are that your ad is bad and you wanna make adjustments here. However, let's say you make adjustments and that's not working, then you gotta take one step back and probably it's your product pages. Maybe your pictures are low quality or they look a little bit scammy, or you don't have a product description or a size chart. Then this is maybe why people aren't buying from you, because they don't know anything about the product. They don't know what a size small would be. They don't know what a size large would be. They don't have enough information to make a purchase. And chances are they're not gonna write an email to you unless they're really interested in the product. But now let's say that everything is good and you're making all these sales. However, you're getting a lot of customer complaints. In my case, my bestseller came from a supplier that was the only one that made this product. So unfortunately, what I had to do was take the product down. I had to readjust my entire ad strategy and then launch that. And it did cost me some money because I had to issue returns. Some I had to issue exchanges. I basically had to restart everything on a whole nother product. And as unfortunate as it has to be done. So another example I want to give you guys is that I had a sizing issue for another good product that I was selling that I wasn't even advertising. The problem with this was that the sizing was a little bit small. So what I did when I got returns from the customers, I measured it and I put that on the size chart, and then I put in the description that the sizing is one size down, and this lets your customers know that they should order one size up, because sometimes they might be stuck in between, or they might be a medium but they need to order a large because that's really the medium. You want to make the customer experience a breeze, not only because it'll make them feel better, but this would definitely raise your conversion rate. And of course, everything's going good, your product's amazing, your store is great, your ads are killing it, then you definitely want to keep scaling by putting new products into your store, finding agents in China that can get the products for you for cheaper and faster. And last but not least, you want to keep using new strategies, whether it be some kind of marketing where you put a picture on your landing page that gets customers to buy more, or whether it be trying new marketing strategies such as affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, or even marketing through Google, or whatever form of marketing you want to use. There's many ways to go about it, and obviously putting more money into what's giving you the best return. At the end of the day, you got to make the adjustments to better your business, whether it be because it's doing bad or if it's doing extremely good. You just want to make it even better. There's always room for improvement. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and turn your post notifications so you guys don't miss out on any future videos just like this one. Anyways, guys, with all that being said, I will see you in the next video.